Hello everyone, you're welcome to solve this nice algebra problem, which is x minus 3 to the power 4. This is equal to 16. So what are the values of x? Now let's provide a solution from here. So now we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This is equal to 16. The first step is to take 16 on the left hand side so that we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 4 minus 16. This is equal to 0. So this is x subtract 3 raised to the power of 4 minus 16. We can express 16 as 4 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. X minus 3 to the power of 4. This can be expressed as x minus 3 raised to the power of 2. Then raised to the power of 2. Subtract 4 to the power of 2. This is equal to 0. This equation is the difference of two perfect squares, which we can express as a squared minus b squared. That is a plus b multiplying by a subtract b. From this equation here, we have that a is equal to x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, and we have that b is equal to 4. So we have that a plus b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x minus 3 raised to the power of 2, then plus 4. This is equal to 0. Let's call this as case 1. Then we have that a subtract b equal to 0. This is the same thing as x minus 3 to the power of 2 subtract 4. This is equal to 0. Let's call this case 2. So let's start with case 1. Let's start with case 1, which means we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 2 plus 4. This is equal to 0. So x minus 3 to the power of 2, this is actually in the form of a minus b to the power of 2, which we can express as a to the power of 2 plus b to the power of 2, subtract 2 times a, b. Now let's apply this algebraic identity. Applying this identity, then we have x to the power of 2, then we have plus 9 minus 6x plus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2 minus 6x plus 9 plus 4. This is plus 13, and this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We have the value of a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 6, and c, this is equal to 13. So this means we can solve for x1, x2 by applying the quadratic formula here, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared subtract 4ac divided by 2 multiplied by a. So let's substitute the values of a, b, and c in this formula. We have negative times negative 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 6 raised to the power of 2 subtract 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 13, divided by 2 times 1. So this means that we have negative times negative 6, this is 6, plus or minus, we have the square root of negative 6 squared, which is equal to 36, subtract 4 times 13, this is minus 52, divided by 2. So here we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 52. This is negative 16 divided by 2. So here we have 6 plus or minus. We can express the square root of negative 16 as the square root of 16 times negative 1 divided by 2. So here we have 6 plus or minus the square root of 16, this is 4. Square root of negative 1, this is I. So we have 4i divided by 2. In the numerator, we have that 2 is common. Let's factor out 2. 6 divided by 2, this is 3, plus or minus 4i divided by 2, this is 2i, then everything divided by 2. So let's simplify 2 and 2, so that now this is equal to 3 plus or minus 2i. So this implies that here we have two complex solutions. We have two complex solutions. That is x1 is equal to negative 3 plus 2i. X2 is equal to negative 3 minus 2i. Now let's proceed to case 2. Let's proceed to case 2. Now in case 2, we have x minus 3 raised to the power of 2 minus 4. This is equal to 0. Now let's expand this. So here we have x to the power of 2 plus 9, subtract 6x minus 4. This is equal to 0. So this is x to the power of 2 minus 6x plus 9 minus 4. This is plus 5. And this is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We can solve this quadratic equation by factorization method, where we have the product here is 5, the sum is negative 6. So let's identify two factors here. These two factors, we have negative 5 and negative 1. So this means this is x to the power of 2 minus 5x minus x plus 5. This is equal to 0. So from the first part here, let's factor out x so that we have x minus 5. Then subtract 1 is common here, so we factor out 1, and this is x minus 5. This is equal to 0. X minus 5 is common here. We factor out x minus 5. Here we have x, subtract 1. This is equal to 0. So we have got two parts here. That is x minus 5. This is equal to 0. Then x minus 1. This is equal to 0. So we have x3. This is equal to 5. x4. This is equal to 1. Now we have x3 equal to 5 and x4 equal to 1. These are two real solutions. These are two real solutions. Now we have got four solutions here, two complex solutions and two real solutions. So we have two complex solutions here and two real solutions. So let's check if these two real solutions satisfies the equation. Now if you recall, we end at x minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. Let's substitute 5. So we have 5 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. So 5 minus 3, this is 2. So 2 to the power of 4, this should give us a value of 16. 2 to the power of 4, this is 16, which is equal to 16. So this means that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this means that x3 satisfies the equation. Let's check x4. We have x4 is 1, so this is 1 minus 3 raised to the power of 4. This is supposed to give us a value of 16. So 1 minus 3, this is negative 2 raised to the power of 4. This should give us a value of 16. So we have negative 2 to the power of 4. This is 16, which is equal to 16. So the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. And this affirms that x4, which is 1, also satisfies the equation. So kindly follow the steps, like this video, and kindly subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.